Hi Virgo, I'm Pam. Welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for May 2016. This month I laid out the 5-card Rainbow Tarot spread for you using the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck. Please remember, these are general readings, and to get a reading with details pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This video is for Virgo Sun, Virgo Ascendant, and Virgo Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information, because some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. If you would like to get a continuation of this reading where I look into the crystal for you, Virgo, please click on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for May 2016 crystal reading for each sign of the zodiac for download and purchase. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, clicking on the videos tab on my menu and going to page 5, and there you will see the heading for May 2016 crystal reading for each sign of the zodiac. You just click on your sign and it will take you to that video. I want to thank you so much for all of your purchases and all of your kind comments about how the videos have been useful and helpful to you and accurate for you. And I am very grateful for that and appreciative for all of your purchases and the kind comments. So thank you so much for that. So now on to your reading, Virgo, for May 2016. The first card you have that shows up here in this reading today is the Devil card. Now, the Devil is a card to me that symbolizes being bound to an unhealthy relationship or addicted to an unhealthy relationship. It can also symbolize being addicted to drugs, alcohol, smoking, gambling, sex, pornography, spending money, sugar, eating, anything that you could possibly be addicted to. But first and foremost, to me, it usually comes up when somebody is addicted to an unhealthy relationship. I feel you got a lot on your mind in this month of May, and I see because they're saying it's spinning, like whirring, like the gears in a clock going round and round. I feel that you have like too much on your plate, and almost like you need to divide some things, like separate some things. There's too much, too many responsibilities or too many things to do, too much pressure on you. It just feels like your plate is just entirely too full in the month of May. I do feel some of you Virgos, this is only going to apply to some of you, that you are going to receive some kind of new information that's going to come out to you that maybe somebody didn't say something so nice about you, or there was some kind of gossiping going on about you at work or within, some kind of circle that you're in. But this could also be you hearing of gossip that's not to do with you. It could be gossip to do with the situation, but that also comes up here through this Devil card. I do feel that some of you feel like you have to move on from the past and stop dwelling on things in the past, and also a sense and a feeling of I have to cut my ties and cut my losses and move on. So I feel like you're finally coming to some conclusions of some doors you need to shut mentally and emotionally on situations that are kind of holding you hostage and bound to the past. And this could be an unhealthy love relationship that you were addicted to, or some other unhealthy circumstance or situation that really was like heart-wrenching or heartbreaking to you, that you carried forward and had still not totally let it go or healed from it. I feel many of you Virgos are now starting to see like the forest for the trees, like I can't change the situation, I can't make certain things happen, things played out the way they did, and now I have to let it go because I feel that you've been carrying it around. So that's why I feel like if you look at the card, these two people are bound to each other in the card. They're attached by like ropes or chains with each other. And I feel that this has been still occurring, even if you've been broken up and not together with this person. I still feel you've had these strings or cords of binding or attachment to them mentally or emotionally. And I feel like you're now going to be clearing that away in May. The next card you have here is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is a card to me that would symbolize a resting phase, a meditative state, a recuperation from an illness, a pause. That makes a lot of sense to me for what came up with the Devil card. I feel that it's like you're emotionally recuperating from some wounds or hurts from the past. So I do feel that kind of makes sense. I feel that if you work in any kind of like office situation, or it doesn't even have to be an office, but I'm using that as an example because it is coming up, where you find yourself like, I don't want to be forgotten anymore. Why am I always passed over for a promotion? Why am I always still in a rut, stuck in the same job, behind the same desk, doing the same thing, or whatever? It doesn't have to be a desk. But I feel that if you felt passed over by higher ups in your position, I feel that you're going to have a little bit of a fire that's going to be lit under your butt to be like, you know what? I've got to make something happen for myself. I want this, I want that, I want this change, I want that change. And I feel that you're really going to start to put forward a lot of your own will and efforts to get to, whether it is the promotion you want, or maybe even leaving where you are to go work for somebody else where you can have a higher up position. I just see you feeling like I have to take charge. I need to make something happen. But I will say, as I always say, I'm not an astrologer. I'm an astrologer enthusiast, and I do follow it, semi-closely, pretty closely. And I do know that Mars is in retrograde. I don't remember the date it actually started in April. It might have been the 18th. I'm not sure. And it goes to the end of June, like the 29th or 30th. So it's very hard to get things to start something and have action steps forward when Mars is in retrograde, because Mars is a planet of action and it wants to move forward. But when it's in retrograde, that's not like, if you want to get something off the ground, it may not happen for you during that time frame. But it doesn't mean it's impossible. I just feel like it would be wise for you to start getting a plan together or a strategy to execute once you feel the energy is right, because I do feel some of you tired of being left, forgotten and sitting on the sidelines. That does come up here. I do feel for many of you Virgos, your money situation is going to be changing. I get that kind of sense. Like, I don't feel it's to the worse. I feel it's for the better, but it's kind of unusual. I'm not really sure the source. When I try to see the source where you're getting it from, this could be from an income tax refund. It could be that. It could be from a grant or a loan. I don't know. It's just weird. I see money. Some of you are going to see some money start to come towards you. I do feel that you're coming into a time period, even though this is a pause and a resting phase card, I feel you're going to be getting out of that, because I do feel even before Mars goes direct, I feel it even maybe in the beginning of June moving forward, you're going to see a lot of things start to speed up in your life all of a sudden. Now maybe it will be after the Mars retrograde goes direct, but I don't know. I feel it's going to start for you sooner than that. So here you have the Page of Pentacles crowning your reading, and this very well could be you, Virgo, because this would be a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Pages can be children, but they can also be adults. And sometimes the pages show up just because there's a message. They're bringers of messages. There's someone close to you, I feel, that needs some kind of surgery. This person may have some kind of problem that has to do with their intestines or their bowels, like something to do with that, I feel is coming up. I do not feel it's you. I feel it's someone around you. I feel you may feel like you need more financial stability, because I'm seeing you looking at your finances going, well, there's really been some losses and there's been some gains. So it's not that your finances, I don't feel, are in a horrible position. For most of you, I don't feel that way. I just feel like you're looking at it like it's unstable, and that you need more stable financial conditions. I really feel that you do have a little bit of an axe to grind, where you feel that people have really treated you unfairly, or with a lack of respect, or just treated you shabbily. I do see you thinking about that, and I also see you having not only just sadness over that fact, but also some resentments as well. I do see you feeling like resentful, like, why was I the one? Why did I get that kind of treatment? Because I don't feel you feel that you deserved it, and I don't feel that you did. So it's weird, but I see you thinking that over. I feel some of you Virgos are really super, super intelligent. I'm sure many, many of you are. And I get you having these ideas and thoughts in your head that you want to put down on paper. And I feel some of you may be writing a book, or it could be even a magazine article or a newspaper, article. It could be anything like that. But I see you writing things. And some of you may even be writing how-to instructional manuals or books too, because I see you putting some real intense thought and ideas on paper, and maybe thinking of writing a book. Now, you could self-publish the book, on your own, or you could get a literary agent and try to see if somebody will, a company will publish it for you. But I do feel some of you are going to start writing a book or writing some kind of story. So the next card you have here, again, wow, you Virgos, I feel, really wanted to show up in your reading today. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, the Knight of Pentacles could be you, because this to me is a Virgo, a Capricorn, or a Taurus, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Knights can be females in these general readings, so don't be thrown by the fact that, it's a knight. They could also just have the personality traits that go along with the Knight of Pentacles. I feel some of you Virgos are getting a new car, because I get getting a new car, getting a new automobile. I feel some of you are going to be choosing the color blue. I do feel for many of you Virgos, there's been a lot of things that have happened in your family life that kind of tore you apart from each other, like that your family may have gotten separated or torn apart from each other. So because I get this consternation and problematic situations that have circled around some family situations for you. I feel some of you Virgos are going to start your own business, and I feel some of you are going to do it from home, and I feel that you will either have a website or because you could always have a website no matter what you're doing with the business. But I also pick up some of you are going to be taking things to people's homes, or because I get like you're doing it out of your home, but you're also traveling in your vehicle and going to other people's houses, or delivering things that Now that's either something you made or created. You could be giving people lessons, piano lessons, violin lessons, flute lessons. It could be anything like that. But it could also be if you are going to be distributing some kind of product and you're like, that's part of your business and you're going to go around and now after people make these purchases, you have to drop the things off. It could be, cosmetics. It could be weight loss, natural weight loss stuff, whatever. It could be anything, vitamins, anything like that you could have a business at your home and either create it or just be this person selling it, and you get the accounts and then you take the things to their house. I do see that for quite a lot of you Virgos out there. I feel that you're also going to have some people that are going to come to you and really talk to you about their past and kind of like cry on your shoulder, or these could be friends to you that they want to tell you their sad story that's been going on, because it could be family members, it could be children of your children or grandchildren or nieces, nephews, anybody, friends. I just get whoever could come to you and tell you like some sad things that have been going on with them and looking to you as a shoulder to cry on, or looking for support. I get that energy around this situation. I feel that you're going to have a great deal of internal stress over that, because I just pick up like you're not really sure how to deal with it. Not like you can't talk to them or listen to them, but I get this struggle, like maybe you wish there's something you could do or more that you could do to help them in some way, but there really isn't. So I get like this like internal struggle with you. Like you can help them by listening, but I don't know that you can really solve their issue for them. So the last card you have here in this reading today, Virgo, for May 2016, you have the Empress. And the Empress is a card to me that symbolizes a maternal figure that's passed over to the other side. That could be a great-grandmother, a grandmother, a stepmother. It could be your mother that's watching over you and protecting you and guiding you. But this could also indicate a birth of a child, a birth of a plan, a birth of a business or enterprise. It can also indicate those things. For some of you, I do feel there's going to be if you've had any challenging situations with your mother, that or if your mother is having any challenging situations all on her own, I feel it's going to be brought to a head. And it's going to come to a head, I feel, for many of you in May. She may be one of the ones that was coming to you and crying on your shoulder or telling you tales of woe, because again, I get the same feeling I got earlier, where you may feel left like a balloon with the air that got let out, like kind of flat, because I don't feel there's something you can do here. Like, other than listen or be there as moral support, I just get like you feeling left flat by that situation. I really feel that you're going to have this sense of feeling electrified in May or going into June, where you're going to feel like, I want to be seen, I want to be heard, I want to be taken seriously, I want to be taken, with respect. I want respect. And I want to be recognized. And I see some of you really getting commanding this presence. Like you could be, I got it earlier and I'm seeing it again. I'm getting the feeling like, hey, you passed me by for a job. Well, look out. Here I come. Here I come. You better think twice, because if you don't give me this promotion, I'm out of here. Or you're going to start if you're in the acting field or the music industry, I see you going on auditions. I see you doing a lot of proactive things. Now, if you're like, you know what, Pam, I'm not changing my job. I'm not doing anything different. I'm not an actress or actor. I'm not okay, well, let me just put it to you this way. If you're not any of those things, I just feel that you're going to have the feeling like, regardless of your situation, that you want to be seen, you want to be heard, you want to be recognized. I also feel some of you are really amping up your appearances, like, wow, like, sexy clothing, really stylizing yourself in a particular way, maybe changing your hairstyle or really oomping everything up. Like, I see you really like putting on the Ritz with yourself, or like trying to, amp up your persona externally and being like, like, I look good, feeling good about yourself, confident. But like, you know what? I see you being like, I'm done with this, BS. I'm not putting up with this anymore. Step aside. I'm coming through. You're going to hire me, or you're going to give me that job, or you're going to give me that promotion or raise or whatever. And so I see you exercising your will very strongly, and your commanding presence, and what you want your appearance to look like as well. In this month of May and moving forward, I feel like you're getting some kind of fire lit under you. Maybe the Empress is the one lighting this fire for you and getting you to be more outgoing energy is what I really feel here. So that was an interesting reading, Virgo. I think I would need to listen to that again. If, again, as I've said before in other videos, if you feel that these messages did not resonate with you, Virgo, honestly, please find out your rising sign and your moon sign, because I really feel if you go watch those, you'll find that the messages are making sense for you there if these messages did not make sense for you here. So I want to thank you so much for watching and sharing and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do appreciate that. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. That way you'll get notified when I post my monthly psychic tarot readings and my mid-month psychic tarot updates. I also would like to add here, if you are interested in getting a continuation of this reading, where I'm going to look into my crystal and get messages from my spirit guides for you, Virgo, you can get these videos by clicking on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for May 2016 crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac for download and purchase. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, clicking on the videos tab on my menu and going to page 5, and there you will see the heading May 2016 crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac. You just click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. I also want to add here, thank you so much for your purchases and your kind comments. I really appreciate it. And if you're experiencing any issues that you need troubleshooting with any of the videos, please be sure to email support@vimeo.com, because they can troubleshoot any issues you're having. They have access to your personal accounts and account information, and I do not have access to that. So please write to them and they will check out any issues and look into it and help you. So thank you for that. I hope you have an absolutely great month of May, Virgo, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.